The day has come. It is time for the Tuscon Gem Show. Howdy, everybody. What's up? My name is Sabina, and today I'm taking you to the Tuscon Gem Show. It's currently like 8:07, and I'm about to drive down to Tucson. It'll take about 2 hours, but first I'm gonna get some coffee. We're gonna buy some gemstones, and we're gonna have a good time. So let's get into it. Okay, so I made it to Tucson, 2 hours of driving straight, and we're here, baby. I'm probably gonna spend my whole time at one gem show. Basically, the Tucson Gem Show is like many different gem shows. It's the whole town of Tucson basically opens up and becomes a bunch of different like rock stores. So there's a lot of big tents that pop up, everything from like shitty little crystals that are basically valueless to like tens of thousands of dollars, like precious gemstones and everything in between. So I'm going to the show Jogs, which is a wholesale trade show. Basically, like, you have to have a wholesale license to get in. So I feel like it vets out a little bit of like the crap. And there's everything kind of within my price range. I don't have a super huge budget this year. I only brought $700, which is enough to get some cool stuff, but not so much that I can just like go crazy and it's a free-for-all. This is more just like a trip to get inspired, to find something interesting, to stoke that idea bank, to find some cool, interesting pieces, to restock a couple things, and just have fun. It starts at 10, which was like 15 minutes ago, and it goes until 6. So it's 8 hours of walking around looking at rocks, and it is a good time. It's just me who went. Austin stayed in Phoenix and is hanging out with his parents. They got into town last night. So that's good. I'm kind of happy to be by myself. Like, I have no problem coming with him. I love coming to the gem show with him. He really enjoys all of it to a certain degree. But at the same time, I'm gonna put my headphones in and I'm gonna have a good time by myself. I'm a little torn because I've been reading Manacled. It's a fan fiction. It's a Harry Potter fan fiction. It's the first and only ever Harry Potter fan fiction, or fan fiction period, that I've ever read. And I heard that it was addicting and heart-wrenching, and it is. And I'm 70% of the way through. I'm just at the end of the second part, and it's all I've been able to think about for the last 2 hours. And I'm like, how am I going to not be able to just read the day away? I don't know. I might have to come out to the car and read on my lunch break. But alas, we're gonna go in. I have to pee so bad. I've had a whole entire cup of coffee and no pee break. So I'm gonna pee and wash the weird stickiness off my hands from the coffee drink that I drank. And then we're gonna buy some rocks. Well, that was it. I do this every year. We do this every year where I say I'm gonna film at the Tucson Gem Show, and then I get into my zone, I get into it, and then I just don't. Like, I don't think about it. I don't really, it feels weird to me still to just be like pointing my camera everywhere. And there's a lot of vendors who have signs like, don't take photos, don't take videos. So I never know. People get kind of weird about it. So I don't know, it's just not something that I'm thinking about, because I had my headphones in. I was like kind of jamming out to some songs and like just chilling, looking for some stuff. It's just interesting going to the gem show nowadays, because my relationship with my jewelry has changed so much since I started making jewelry. Like, when I would come to the gem show in like 2018, 2019, it was so exciting. I would buy all of the cabochons. It was like $5 cabochon bin. Fuck yeah, I want to get as many stones as I can, because at this point in my life I was making a lot of stuff. I was like really on the prolific side of things, like making multiple pieces every week. It was not unheard of for me to have like a 20-piece shop update every couple weeks. I just loved doing it like that. I loved to make pieces in abundance. I think I learned a lot about fabrication that way. It felt really good. My prices were a lot lower. The kind of jewelry that I was making was still high quality, but it was a lot of like brass and copper and some silver. still very much new to the craft, still very much figuring out my style. And now, especially after taking 2 engraving classes now, I feel like I want my work to be higher end. So I come to shows like this and it doesn't feel good to buy a $5 stone. I want to buy like the $50, $60, $70 stones. And then the stuff that I'm really in love with, it's like, I don't even have any money for, I don't even have close to enough money to buy that gem. So it's good for inspiration. It's good to see how things have changed, even from last year, the kinds of things that I'm picking up. And I bought a few stuff. I bought a little bit of stuff, just inspiration and things that caught my eye that I thought were interesting. But I bought chains. Like, that's what really took all my money this year, was chains. I found this place where most of the stuff that they do is prefabbed jewelry. I think it comes from India or Sri Lanka or somewhere over in Eastern Asia. They have like fabricators there, and so they design their pieces and have it fabbed overseas, and then they bring it to trade shows like this for like gem shops and jewelry shops to come and buy things wholesale to then like resell to the consumer. Super common. That's what most of these gem shows are, especially this one. It was mostly prefab jewelry, stuff that shops would come in and buy and then resell. So this resale shop has some of the most beautiful chains that you can find. I think Italian made chains are the best that you can get. It's just what I am finding is that you get the most interesting designs, stuff that you don't find in the United States, very common, stuff that you can't really find from some of like my Indian suppliers, like Indian suppliers. And so I spent like $400 on chains. I only bought, I think it was 6 or 8 chains for like $400. But let me show you. I'm gonna put you in the trusty dashboard, and I'm gonna show you my haul. I have my faithful Fjallraven bag, water, severely dehydrated. Oh yeah, this was my most recent purchase. Well, let me just show you. Let me just pull it all out. This is what I got this year. Not a ton, but enough to feel satisfied. I bought these amber cabochons from this, I said it on the thing, Lithuania. Yeah, from a Lithuanian family, Lithuanian store. Cool. I thought they were pretty. They were a good price. I really liked amber. I bought a bunch of amber. I bought 3 amber cabs last year, and I haven't used them, even though I've wanted to, because I didn't know where to buy more. So it was a little bit of like a lack thing of like, oh no, if I get rid of these then I won't be able to look at them. So I bought 20 more. I bought 20 more to be able to make 20 more things. So that's good. And then a bunch of smaller gems. I buy from this shop on Etsy all the time. I think they make nice stuff, but they have different things in person than they do on their store on Etsy. So like some pear-shaped peridot, they were on sale. Some garnet, because I love garnet. I can't get enough of it. Some malachite, and then some more garnet. Hard to see how like nice they are when they're not in the sun, but rest assured I'm gonna make some jewelry with it. So I'm liking the clearer stones, and I was specifically looking for rose cuts. I made a mistake this year. I should know by now. I've been going to the gem show for like 5 years, 5-6 years. It's not that long, but long enough that I almost always remember to bring my little carat scale. I forgot. So you can weigh stuff out and see. It's usually like tubs or trays, as you guys saw some of the clips that I showed. It's like trays, and then they'll have the price per gram on the tray, so then you can weigh it and you know how much your stone is going to cost. And I had such a small budget this year that it wasn't like cha-cha-ching, so I really had to think about how much I was spending at each place and kind of keep my money organized, so I didn't overdraw my credit card or my debit card. I always buy stuff from Starborn every year. They're based in Sedona. Starborn Creations. I think they have interesting pieces, and they have this hematite that is so beautiful. I used it for a few pieces this year, and I really wanted to buy more because it's a similar thing. Like, I find these interesting pieces and then I use them and then I'm sad that I don't have them anymore, so that I like don't want to use them. But this like lumpy, kind of like a specimen hematite, it's really hard to see. I bought 5 of them. Like, they're really lumpy. I have a piece on my bench right now that I'm making with this material and I love it, so I thought I'd go see if they have some. It's usually a pretty good price. This really beautiful flashy like lighter color labradorite. The lighting is not doing it justice. I hand pick each one of these stones. That's another thing that I really love about the gem show is unless it's on a card or it's all the pieces are really similar, I hand pick each piece. So I find myself feeling drawn towards pieces and then I'll buy them if they're within my budget. This is a magma chalcedony, some kind of agate. Chalcedony is slang for agate. I thought those were pretty. Like the orange and the pink coloring on those is so beautiful. This was really interesting. These are fossilized sand dollars. I bought 3 of these. Wow. I think I'm gonna do rings and a necklace. I'll do a better, like, I'll put everything on a tray and put it in the sunshine in my yard when I get home so you can see. I thought I got one more thing. I guess I didn't. Starborn. And then let me show you these chains. Immaculate. Amazing. Like, spectacular. Supreme. Superb. Let me see. These heavy silver. Let me see if I actually only got 4, if she gave me 6. Because I pulled 4, but it was a minimum of 6. So I kind of think I got 6 because I think the pricing was about right like that. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. So I got 6 of these, like heavy, medium heavy, like silver box chain kind of things. Like they're like a rounded box chain. Amazing. Just stunning. I can't wait to make heavy silver pendants with this stuff. And then I bought the big sister of these because there were only 2 left and I just like, I wasn't allowed to take pictures in this one. This is the one where they were like, people steal our designs. We don't have an online store. So if you see it and you like it, like buy it. And I was like, fuck, man. Precious treasures, if anyone wants the information. I guess I have to buy these. Thankfully I had the money, so it was worth it. I've been really on a silver chain kick lately. I can't get enough of them. Oh, look at this. Are you kidding me? Are you entirely kidding me? It's so heavy. It's so yummy. Yummy. Delicious, yummy in my tummy. I love. Let's see what it looks like on. I have chains on currently. I have my gold on. I just like, I love. I've become. Let me finish taking off my coat. I have just become obsessed with chains and finding unique chains. So here's the gold that I wear all the time. I didn't make them, but they're gorge. Should be 20 inches. Oh, I feel like a rich bitch wearing a heavy chain. Yeah, that's immaculate. Like this with like a heavy silver pendant on it is just gonna be unreal. Unreal, you guys. Unreal. Like, are you kidding? Gorgeous. Immaculate. Delicious. So, despite the fact that I didn't buy a lot of gemstones this year, I am very satisfied with the fact that I was able to find the supplier for these. I know they're going to be at the Denver Gem Show. She said, like, you're not allowed to take pictures. And I was like, well, I want one of each and I don't have a lot of money. So can I take pictures anyway and like rebuy from you? And she's like, no. So they'll be at the Denver Gem Show, which means I have a plan of action now to save money and buy, like, just buy my chain from them twice a year or once a year and just try and get to the point where I have like photo inventory of what I've bought from them, because they were like, oh yeah, you can just call us and let us know what you want and we'll just reorder it for you and send it to you. It all comes from Italy, so that's cool. Italian silver chains, y'all, best in the market in my opinion. I'm still new to this, relatively speaking, but in my personal opinion, the Italian chains are just where it's at. Like, it would be so cool to go to Italy and take a class in chain making just to have that knowledge, because there once was a time where all of this stuff was handmade. Every single link would be soldered together because mass manufacturing wasn't a thing in like 1490, you know, because jewelry is ancient. It's an ancient practice. It's so cool to be a part of it and to continue developing the practice and the craft. It's so fun. So yeah, it's only 1:19. I desperately want to read my book, but I'm gonna go home. I might sit in my car for a minute, but I need to get some gas, and then I'm gonna make the 2-hour trek back north to go home and hang out with everybody. I think everybody else is doing some other shit with the family, so I'm gonna link up with them, hopefully have some time to read Manacled. I've been reading Manacled. It's a Harry Potter fan fiction. Oh my god. Have you ever read a book that tears your heart out and stomps on the ground for nearly 900 pages? Me neither, and this is the first time I'm experiencing it. It hurts. It's so good. The way that this author has captured loneliness and loss and grief and love, like this forbidden love story, it's a beautifully written story. And then the way that the story develops, like, it's one of those where you have to reread it. You read it and you're like, oh, this is happening. And then you realize, oh, this is happening. And then you're like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. And then you just are resigned to the fact that, like, you're gonna have to do a reread, like, probably sooner than later. And I'm like, I decided to start Manacled a couple days before Crescent City 3 came out. And that's my bad. I didn't realize that it had so many pages. I didn't realize what I was getting myself into until Crescent City 3 is out, and I'm like, I can't get on TikTok because I've been anticipating that book, which is also an 800+ page book. So I will have to read CC3 before rereading Manacled. But you guys are hearing it first. Like, I will be rereading it likely in the next couple of months, because oh my god. That's all I have to say about it. I care more about that than I care about finding rocks right now. Something that's like been interesting too about the gem show is recognizing, like, just because it's cheap doesn't mean it's high quality. And especially, like, because it's cheap, it's probably not high quality. And I'm thinking a lot about how I want my jewelry to be higher end. I want to work in more gold. I want to do more heirloom quality things. And if I'm buying stones that are like already on their way to being cracked, what am I doing? So I think it's an interesting time I'm at with my practice and my craft. And I know I still want to make jewelry. I really want to turn into the engraved side of things. I think after I take my watch engraving class in April, it'll be even more like confirmed, like, yes, we're gonna move towards engraving, and make things specifically with engraving in mind, because I'm not interested in making just like straight up cabochon, bezel set, gemstone jewelry without having it be engraved in some way. So yeah, I invested a lot of money into this skill and I want to use it on everything. It's not because I invested a lot of money, but it's like, wow, I have all these ideas because of this class. And yeah, I just want to use this skill. I'm really excited about this skill. Like, straight silver fabricated jewelry just doesn't excite me the way that it used to. So I don't know. It's an evolution. I'm here at the beginning of this evolution. I have a lot of thoughts and feelings about it. And thanks for coming with me to the Tucson Gem Show. That was fun. Sorry I didn't show you as much as there is. There's so many different shows. You don't have to be a wholesale jeweler business to attend these shows, you can just come, and there's lots of like open to the public shows, and it's a good time. If you're into rocks, there's a lot of dorks here who also are into rocks. So that's really fun and exciting. And there's just like a lot of material to get inspired by. So thanks for watching. Do all the things, subscribe, like, leave a comment if you have anything to say. Follow me on Instagram, TikTok. I don't know, that's it. Subscribe to my newsletter if you want the inside scoop on things that I'm doing and releasing. I try to release one every week, but it's, you know, I'm human and I don't have anyone helping me, and you know, it is what it is. So yeah, until next time, goodbye.